Beck. Beck was a standout American football player known for his exceptional athleticism, leadership, and academic dedication. A native of New Orleans, Louisiana, Beck made a name for himself at Princeton University, where he played as a wide receiver and kick returner for the Tigers. His explosive speed and sharp field vision quickly made him one of the most exciting players in the Ivy League. During his college career, Beck earned all Ivy League honors and was recognized as one of the top special teams performers in the conference. He consistently led his team in all-purpose yards, thrilling fans with long kick returns and clutch receptions. His presence on the field was a key asset to Princeton's offense and special teams units, and his work ethic and practice set the tone for the rest of the team. Beyond his athletic achievements, Tiger was also deeply respected for his academic excellence and involvement in the Princeton community. He represented the ideal student-athlete, committed, balanced, and driven. Known for his character, leadership, and compassion, he served as an inspiration to teammates and students alike. Beck tragically passed away on January 1, 2025, at the age of 24, during a pickup truck attack in New Orleans, his hometown. His death sent shockwaves through the collegiate sports world and left a deep void in the hearts of those who knew him. His legacy as both an athlete and person of integrity will never be forgotten. Agnes Keleti. Agnes Keleti was a legendary Hungarian-Israeli gymnast and Holocaust survivor, widely regarded as one of the most decorated Jewish female Olympians of all time. Born on January 9, 1921, in Budapest, Hungary, Keleti overcame unimaginable adversity, surviving World War II by hiding under a false identity after her family was targeted during the Holocaust. She later emigrated to Israel, where she continued her passion for gymnastics and made history on the world stage. Keleti won a remarkable 10 Olympic medals, including 5 golds, across the 1952 Helsinki and 1956 Melbourne Olympic Games. Her grace, discipline, and determination captivated audiences, and her legacy as a trailblazer in women's gymnastics is still celebrated today. Following her competitive career, she became a revered coach and educator, helping build gymnastics programs in Israel and mentoring generations of athletes. Agnes Keleti passed away peacefully on January 2, 2025, at the age of 103. She died in Tel Aviv, Israel, where she had spent the latter part of her life. Her long life and towering legacy are a testament to resilience, perseverance, and the unyielding power of the human spirit. Keleti leaves behind a world profoundly inspired by her triumphs in sport and in life. Matusz. Matusz was a former professional baseball pitcher, best known for his time with the Baltimore Orioles in Major League Baseball, MLB. Born on February 11, 1987, in Grand Junction, Colorado, Matusz was a top prospect who rose to prominence for his powerful left-handed pitching and strong collegiate record at the University of San Diego. He was selected 4th overall by the Orioles in the 2008 MLB draft and made his debut with the team in 2009. During his career, Matusz recorded over 400 strikeouts and was known for his ability to neutralize left-handed batters. Though he faced ups and downs, he remained a valuable asset in the Orioles bullpen and played a key role in several competitive seasons. Off the field, Matusz was known for his quiet demeanor and professionalism. Tragically, Matusz passed away on January 6, 2025, at the age of 37. He was found deceased in his Phoenix, Arizona home by his mother. According to a police report, the cause of death was a drug overdose. His untimely passing has sparked conversations about mental health and support for athletes after retirement. Matusz is remembered not only for his achievements on the mound, but also for the potential his life still held. Felix Mantilla. Felix Mantilla was a Puerto Rican-born professional baseball player who enjoyed an 11-year career in Major League Baseball, playing for teams such as the Milwaukee Braves, New York Mets, and Boston Red Sox. Born on May 29, 1934, in Isabela, Puerto Rico, Mantilla was part of baseball's early wave of Latin American players, helping to pave the way for greater inclusion and diversity in the sport. As a versatile infielder and outfielder, Mantilla was known for his solid hitting and strong defensive skills. He was part of the 1957 Milwaukee Braves team that won the World Series, making him a champion early in his career. Later, as a member of the inaugural 1962 New York Mets, Mantilla became a part of baseball history. His best season came with the Red Sox in 1964, when he hit 30 home runs and drove in 92 RBIs. Felix Mantilla passed away on January 10, 2025, at the age of 90. He died peacefully in Puerto Rico, surrounded by family. His passing marks the end of a remarkable life that not only left an imprint on the baseball diamond, but also in the story of Latino athletes in America. Mantilla will be remembered as a pioneer and champion of the game. Bill McCartney. Bill McCartney was one of the most influential figures in college football history, serving as the head coach of the University of Colorado Buffaloes from 1982 to 1994. Born on August 22, 1940, in Riverview, Michigan, McCartney led Colorado to national prominence, culminating in a national championship win in 1990. Known for his fiery leadership and deep faith, he earned 3 Big 8 conference titles and was named the 1990 National Coach of the Year. McCartney's coaching philosophy blended athletic discipline with personal development, and his impact extended far beyond the field. After retiring from coaching, he founded Promise Keepers, a Christian men's ministry that became a global movement, advocating for spiritual renewal and family values. He was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2013, further cementing his legacy as both a coach and a mentor. Bill McCartney passed away on January 10, 2025, at the age of 84 following a long battle with Alzheimer's disease. He died peacefully at his home in Boulder, Colorado. His life and career are remembered not only for championship victories, but for his unwavering faith, mentorship, and the thousands of lives he touched across athletics and ministry. Gus Williams. Gus Williams, known affectionately as the Wizard, was a lightning-fast NBA point guard who left an indelible mark on the game of basketball. Born on October 10, 1953 in Mount Vernon, New York, Williams starred at the University of Southern California, USC, before being drafted by the Golden State Warriors in 1975. He rose to prominence with the Seattle Supersonics, leading them to their only NBA championship in 1979. Williams was a 2-time NBA All-Star and earned All-NBA first-team honors during his career, which included stints with the Warriors, Supersonics, and Washington Bullets. Known for his speed, scoring ability, and clutch performances, he was one of the defining guards of his era. Over his 9 NBA seasons, he averaged 17.1 points per game and brought energy and leadership to every team he played for. Gus Williams passed away on January 15, 2025, at the age of 71, nearly 5 years after suffering a debilitating stroke. He died in Seattle, Washington, where he had remained a beloved figure. Williams is remembered not just for his contributions to basketball, but for his humility, sportsmanship, and the inspiration he provided to generations of aspiring athletes. Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker was a beloved American sports broadcaster, actor, and former Major League Baseball (MLB) player, often affectionately referred to as Mr. Baseball, born on January 26, 1934. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Uecker began his MLB career as a catcher in the early 1960s, playing for the Milwaukee Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, and Philadelphia Phillies. Though his playing career was modest, Uecker's wit and charisma soon propelled him to national fame off the field. He became a legendary broadcaster for the Milwaukee Brewers, calling games for over 50 years with a signature mix of humor and heart. Uecker also achieved pop culture status with appearances on The Tonight Show, the sitcom Mr. Belvedere, and in major league films. His unique voice and comedic timing made him a favorite across generations of fans. Bob Uecker passed away on January 16, 2025, at the age of 90 in Milwaukee, following a battle with small cell lung cancer, which he had been fighting since early 2023. The Brewers organization described it as one of the most difficult days in franchise history. His legacy lives on as one of the most iconic voices in baseball, blending love for the game with an unmatched sense of humor and humanity. Jeff Torborg. Jeff Torborg was a respected Major League Baseball catcher, coach, and manager whose career spanned several decades. Born on November 26, 1941, in Plainfield, New Jersey, Torborg made his MLB debut in 1964 with the Los Angeles Dodgers. As a catcher, he had the distinction of catching 3 no-hitters, including Sandy Koufax's perfect game in 1965, a rare and iconic achievement. After retiring as a player, Torborg transitioned into coaching and eventually became a manager for teams including the Chicago White Sox, New York Mets, and Florida Marlins. He was named American League Manager of the Year in 1990 for leading the White Sox to a 94-win season. Known for his sharp baseball mind and calm leadership, Torborg was highly respected in dugouts and broadcast booths alike. Jeff Torborg passed away on January 19, 2025, at the age of 83, after battling complications related to Parkinson's disease. He died in Florida, where he had lived in retirement. His life was dedicated to the game of baseball, and his contributions as a player and manager continue to be celebrated by fans and historians of the sport. Richard Button. Richard "Dick" Button was a trailblazing American figure skater and one of the most influential athletes in the sport's history. Born on July 18, 1929, in Englewood, New Jersey, Button became a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 1948, 1952, and 5-time world champion, revolutionizing figure skating with his innovative moves and athletic artistry. He was the first skater to land a double axel in competition and later introduced the triple loop jump. Beyond his accomplishments on the ice, Button earned a law degree from Harvard and became a prominent television commentator, covering skating events for decades with expertise and elegance. He received the Emmy Award for sports broadcasting and was widely respected for elevating the sport's visibility and popularity in the United States. Richard Button tragically passed away on January 30, 2025, at the age of 95 in Washington, D.C. His death occurred as a result of an aerial collision involving American Airlines, Flight 5342, and a military helicopter, a shocking and rare accident that claimed several other lives. Button's legacy lives on as a pioneer who changed the face of figure skating forever, both through competition and commentary. Fay Vincent. Francis T. Fay. Vincent was the 8th commissioner of Major League Baseball and a respected figure in American sports administration. Born on May 29, 1938, in Waterbury, Connecticut, Vincent began his career as a corporate lawyer and business executive before joining MLB as deputy commissioner. In 1989, he succeeded A. Bartlett Giamatti and served as commissioner until 1992. Vincent's tenure was marked by integrity and difficult decisions, including the handling of the 1989 World Series earthquake delay and suspensions of key players involved in gambling scandals. Despite conflicts with team owners that led to his resignation, Vincent remained an outspoken advocate for the integrity of the game and wrote extensively on baseball history and ethics. Fay Vincent passed away on February 1, 2025, at the age of 86 in Greenwich, Connecticut, surrounded by family. His passing marks the loss of a principled leader who stood firm during one of baseball's most politically charged eras. Vincent's thoughtful stewardship and lifelong love of the game left a significant impact on how professional sports are governed and remembered. Howard Twilley. Howard Twilley was an accomplished American football wide receiver, best known for his time with the Miami Dolphins, including the team's historic 1972 undefeated season. Born on December 25, 1943, in Houston, Texas, Twilley played college football at the University of Tulsa, where he was a record-setting receiver and a Heisman Trophy runner-up in 1965. He set NCAA marks for receptions and receiving yards, earning him a spot in the College Football Hall of Fame. Twilley played his entire 11-year NFL career with the Dolphins and was known for his precise route running, dependable hands, and quiet leadership. He was a key target for quarterback Bob Grease and helped the Dolphins win 2 Super Bowls during the early 1970s. Howard Twilley passed away on February 5, 2025, at the age of 81 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, after a period of declining health. He is remembered as one of the most reliable and underrated receivers of his era. Twilley's legacy lives on through the perfect season, his collegiate accolades, and the admiration of football historians who regard him as a cornerstone of one of the NFL's greatest dynasties. Virginia McCaskey. Virginia Hollis McCaskey was a towering figure in the world of American football, known as the principal owner of the Chicago Bears and the daughter of legendary team founder George Hollis. Born on January 5, 1923, in Chicago, Illinois, she was immersed in football from an early age and inherited the team after her father's passing in 1983. Under her stewardship, the Bears remained a family-run franchise, committed to tradition and community values. Though not involved in daily football operations, McCaskey was a guiding voice in the organization and served as a symbol of continuity in the NFL. Her deep love for the game and unwavering loyalty to the Bears earned her immense respect across the league. She became the longest-tenured owner in the NFL and one of the most iconic female figures in professional sports history. Virginia McCaskey passed away on February 6, 2025, at the age of 102 in Chicago, Illinois. Her passing marks the end of an era not just for the Bears, but for the NFL as a whole. She is remembered for her grace, loyalty, and enduring legacy as a pioneer among women in sports ownership, having carried her father's legacy forward for more than 4 decades. Dick Jauron. Dick Jauron was a respected former NFL player and coach who earned admiration for his intelligence, professionalism, and leadership on and off the field. Born on October 7, 1950, in Peoria, Illinois, Jauron played as a free safety for the Detroit Lions and Cincinnati Bengals and was named to the Pro Bowl in 1974. After his playing career, he transitioned into coaching and quickly established himself as one of the league's sharpest minds. Jauron is best remembered for his time as head coach of the Chicago Bears, leading the team to the NFL playoffs in 2001 and earning AP NFL Coach of the Year honors. He later served as head coach for the Buffalo Bills and interim head coach of the Detroit Lions, and held key defensive coordinator roles across several franchises. Known for his quiet strength and analytical approach, Jauron helped shape the careers of countless players and fellow coaches. Dick Jauron passed away on February 8, 2025, at the age of 74, in Naperville, Illinois, following complications related to a neurological illness. He leaves behind a legacy of excellence, discipline, and deep respect from every corner of the NFL community. Scott Sauerbeck. Scott Sauerbeck was a former Major League Baseball relief pitcher, known for his tenacity on the mound and pivotal role as a left-handed specialist during the early 2000s. Born on November 9, 1971, in Cincinnati, Ohio, he made his MLB debut in 1999 with the Pittsburgh Pirates, quickly earning a reputation for his effectiveness against left-handed hitters and clutch appearances in late innings. Sauerbeck spent 5 seasons with the Pirates and still holds the team record for most games pitched in a season by a left-hander. He later played for the Boston Red Sox, Cleveland Indians, and Oakland Athletics, contributing to playoff contending teams and becoming a reliable bullpen option. His career included 386 total appearances, with a career ERA of 4.00. Scott Sauerbeck passed away on February 18, 2025, at the age of 53 in Florida. The cause of death has not been publicly disclosed. His former teammates and organizations remembered him as a fierce competitor and a team-first player. Sauerbeck's dedication to his craft and role in key matchups earned him the respect of fans and peers throughout his career. Al Trautwig. Al Trautwig was one of the most recognizable and respected sports broadcasters in the United States, known for his work with MSG Network, NBC Sports, and ESPN. Born on February 26, 1956 in New York City, Trautwig brought energy, professionalism, and deep knowledge to every sport he covered, from hockey and basketball to gymnastics and cycling. He was a longtime television presence for the New York Knicks and New York Rangers, and served as a primary studio host for Olympic gymnastics and Ironman triathlons. Trautwig's articulate and engaging broadcasting style earned him a loyal following and industry acclaim. He covered more than a dozen Olympic Games and became the voice of countless iconic sports moments for viewers across generations. Al Trautwig passed away on February 23, 2025, at the age of 68 in New York City, following a prolonged illness. His death was met with widespread tributes from athletes, media professionals, and fans who recognized his unparalleled contributions to sports journalism. Troutwig's voice and storytelling helped shape the way millions experience live sports, and his legacy lives on in the moments he so vividly brought to life. Larry Dolan. Larry Dolan was the longtime owner of the Cleveland Guardians, formerly Indians, a successful attorney, and a respected figure in Major League Baseball's executive circles. Born on February 8, 1931, in Cleveland, Ohio, Dolan built a prominent legal career before purchasing the franchise in 2000. Under his ownership, the team experienced renewed competitiveness and remained committed to player development and fan engagement. Dolan was known for his thoughtful, low-key leadership style and for ensuring that the Guardians operated with financial discipline and community focus. He oversaw multiple playoff appearances and a World Series run in 2016, during which the team came within one win of a championship. He was also instrumental in the franchise's name change and modernization efforts in the 2020s. Larry Dolan passed away on February 23, 2025, at the age of 94, in Cleveland, Ohio, surrounded by family. His death was met with heartfelt tributes from players, fans, and league officials alike. He leaves behind a legacy of loyalty, quiet strength, and a deep love for the game in the city he called home. Lee Kunzman. Lee Kunzman was a resilient and respected American race car driver whose career was marked by talent, toughness, and tenacity. Born on November 29, 1944, in Guttenberg, Iowa, Kunzman competed in USAC and kart series during the 1960s and 1970s, including multiple appearances at the Indianapolis 500. Known for his fearless driving style and deep knowledge of racing mechanics, he quickly gained recognition as a formidable presence on the track. Kunzman's career faced serious setbacks due to two major crashes that resulted in severe injuries. However, his perseverance was unmatched. He returned to racing after lengthy recoveries and remained a respected figure in motorsports. Following his driving days, he played a key management role with Hemmelgarn Racing, where he helped lead the team to victory at the 1996 Indy 500 and win the 2000 IRL Championship. Lee Kunzman passed away on February 27, 2025, at the age of 80 in Indianapolis, Indiana. He was inducted into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame in 2006, a testament to his lasting influence on American open-wheel racing. Remembered for his strength, kindness, and contributions both on and off the track, Kunzman leaves behind a legacy built on courage and motorsport excellence. Oliver Miller. Oliver Miller, a former NBA center known for his agility and size, passed away on March 12, 2025, at the age of 54 after a battle with cancer. Born on April 6, 1970, in Fort Worth, Texas, Miller was drafted 22nd overall by the Phoenix Suns in the 1992 NBA draft after a successful college career at Arkansas. Standing 6 feet 9 inches and weighing over 300 pounds during his career, Miller defied expectations with his surprising quickness and passing ability for a big man. He played 9 seasons in the NBA, including stints with the Suns, Pistons, Raptors, Mavericks, Kings, and Timberwolves, averaging 7.4 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game. Despite weight-related challenges, Miller's basketball IQ and court vision stood out. After retiring, Miller remained involved in community outreach and youth basketball, using his platform to mentor aspiring athletes. His journey, filled with both promise and hardship, became a story of redemption and resilience. He passed away surrounded by family in Little Rock, Arkansas. Fans and former teammates remember him not only for his skills on the court, but also for his warmth and humor off it. Junior Bridgeman. Junior Bridgeman was more than a former basketball star. He was a billionaire businessman, philanthropist, and one of the most successful post-NBA entrepreneurs. Born on September 17, 1953, in East Chicago, Indiana, Bridgeman played for the Milwaukee Bucks and Los Angeles Clippers during a 12-year NBA career, earning recognition as a dependable sixth man and leader. He scored over 11,500 points and remains one of the most respected players in Bucks history. After retiring from basketball, Bridgeman transitioned into business, eventually owning over 100 Wendy's and Chili's franchises. he became the CEO of Bridgeman Foods Inc., later acquiring Ebony and Jet magazines, showcasing his dedication to Black-owned media and legacy. Bridgeman passed away on March 13, 2025, at the age of 71, after suffering a medical emergency during a fundraising event at the Galt House Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky. His death shocked both the sports and business communities. Bridgeman leaves behind a trailblazing legacy in sports, business, and service, proving that athletic greatness can extend far beyond the court. His journey continues to inspire countless athletes and entrepreneurs across the nation. John Feinstein. John Feinstein was an acclaimed American sports writer, columnist, and author, revered for his deep storytelling and insight into the emotional world of athletes. Born on July 28, 1956, Feinstein built a prolific career writing for the Washington Post, Golf Digest, and Sports Illustrated, and authored over 40 books, many of them bestsellers. His most celebrated work, A Season on the Brink, 1986, chronicled a year with Indiana basketball coach Bob Knight and became one of the best-selling sports books of all time. Feinstein specialized in peeling back the curtain on college basketball, golf, and tennis, always with a focus on the human element behind the sport. John Feinstein passed away on March 13, 2025, at the age of 68 in Bethesda, Maryland, from natural causes. His death marked the loss of one of America's most influential sports voices. Known for his thoughtful interviews, dogged reporting, and love of underdog stories, Feinstein elevated the craft of sports writing and inspired generations of journalists. Kenneth Sims. Kenneth Sims was a dominant force on the football field during his college and early NFL career, known for his powerful presence as a defensive end. Born on October 31, 1959, in Casa, Texas, Sims starred at the University of Texas, where he became a unanimous All-American and the winner of the 1981 Lombardi Award, honoring the nation's best college lineman. He was selected first overall in the 1982 NFL Draft by the New England Patriots, making history as the first Longhorn ever taken with the top pick. Sims played 8 seasons with the Patriots and was instrumental in their journey to Super Bowl 20. Although his pro career was marred by injuries, his early promise and college achievements left an enduring legacy. Kenneth Sims passed away on March 21, 2025, at the age of 65 in Austin, Texas, following complications related to heart disease. Remembered for his strength, humility, and quiet leadership, Sims was a giant in both stature and character. His contributions to football, particularly in Texas, remain deeply respected. George Foreman. George Foreman was a 2-time world heavyweight boxing champion, Olympic gold medalist, and beloved entrepreneur. Widely regarded as one of the most iconic figures in sports history, born on January 10, 1949, in Marshall, Texas, Foreman rose to global fame after winning gold at the 1968 Mexico City Olympics, showcasing his raw power and imposing ring presence. He became world champion in 1973 with a stunning knockout of Joe Frazier and was later involved in the legendary 1974 Rumble in the Jungle, where he lost the title to Muhammad Ali in one of boxing's most historic bouts. After retiring in the late 1970s, Foreman made a shocking and successful comeback a decade later, reclaiming the heavyweight title in 1994 at age 45, becoming the oldest man to do so. Outside the ring, Foreman was a preacher, TV personality, and highly successful businessman, famously endorsing the George Foreman Grill, which sold over 100 million units worldwide. He was known for his charisma, warmth, and positive message of redemption. George Foreman passed away on March 21, 2025, at the age of 76 at his home in Houston, Texas, due to complications from heart failure. His legacy is forever etched in boxing history, business innovation, and cultural impact. Hank Steinbrecher. Hank Steinbrecher was a transformative figure in American soccer, known for his visionary leadership as the Secretary General of the U.S. Soccer Federation from 1990 to 2000. Born on June 20, 1947, in New Jersey, he was a collegiate soccer star at Davis and Elkins College before earning a graduate degree in sports administration from Ohio University. Steinbrecher played a pivotal role in organizing the 1994 FIFA World Cup, the most financially successful World Cup at the time, and oversaw the 1999 FIFA Women's World Cup, which helped skyrocket the popularity of women's soccer in the U.S. Under his guidance, Major League Soccer, MLS, was launched, laying the foundation for the sport's growth across the country. Beyond his executive work, Steinbrecher coached and mentored young athletes, earning induction into the National Soccer Hall of Fame. He received numerous honors for his lifelong commitment to advancing soccer on all levels. Hank Steinbrecher passed away on March 25, 2025, at the age of 77 in Chicago, Illinois, after a brief illness. His name remains synonymous with progress in U.S. soccer, and he is celebrated as one of the game's most influential builders. Shigeki Hattorii. Shigeki Hattorii was a Japanese-born race car driver and respected team owner who helped expand motorsports globally through his competitive spirit and leadership. Born on September 13, 1963, in Okayama, Japan, Hattorii first gained recognition by winning the 1994 Formula Toyota Championship, before moving to the U.S. to compete in kart, IndyCar, and NASCAR. Although his own racing career had its ups and downs, his impact as a team owner was remarkable. In 2008, he founded Hattorii Racing Enterprises, which became a powerhouse in the NASCAR Truck Series. His team's victory in the 2018 NASCAR Truck Series Championship marked a milestone for Asian representation in American motorsports. Hattorii was admired for breaking cultural barriers and for giving young international drivers opportunities in the U.S. racing scene. He remained active in the sport and was a regular presence in the NASCAR paddock. Shigeki Hattorii passed away on April 5, 2025, at the age of 61, following a tragic car accident in North Carolina. His loss was deeply felt in both the Japanese and American racing communities, where he stood as a symbol of perseverance, innovation, and cross-cultural success. Octavio Dotel. Octavio Dotel was a Dominican professional baseball pitcher celebrated for his longevity, resilience, and contributions to championship teams. Born on November 25, 1973 in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, Dotel pitched in the major leagues for 15 seasons, representing a record 13 MLB teams, a feat that became a symbol of his adaptability and skill. Dotel began his career with the New York Mets in 1999 and played critical roles with clubs like the Houston Astros, Oakland Athletics, and St. Louis Cardinals, winning a World Series ring in 2011 with St. Louis. As a reliable relief pitcher, he accumulated 109 saves and over 1,100 strikeouts across his career. He also earned a gold medal at the 2013 World Baseball Classic, representing the Dominican Republic. Tragically, Octavio Dotel passed away on April 8, 2025, at the age of 51, when the roof of a nightclub collapsed during a structural failure in Santo Domingo. His death shocked the baseball world, especially in Latin America, where he was considered a national hero. Dotel is remembered as a humble, hard-working athlete who overcame obstacles and represented his country with pride. Ray Shero. Ray Shero was a highly respected NHL executive, known for his leadership and talent-building acumen that shaped several competitive hockey teams. Born on July 28, 1962, in St. Paul, Minnesota, he was the son of Hall of Fame coach Fred Shero and continued the family legacy with distinction. Shero served as the general manager of the Pittsburgh Penguins from 2006 to 2014, constructing the team that won the Stanley Cup in 2009. He later served as the GM for the New Jersey Devils, helping lead a rebuilding effort. Known for his ability to evaluate young talent, Shero was instrumental in the early careers of stars like Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. He also contributed to Team USA's Olympic hockey program and advised the Minnesota Wild late in his career. Ray Shero passed away on April 9, 2025, at the age of 62 after a brief illness in Minneapolis, Minnesota. His passing deeply saddened the hockey world, where he was respected not only for his hockey mind, but for his honesty, mentorship, and class. He leaves behind a legacy as one of the sport's great modern architects, Kairen Lacy. Kairen Lacy was a rising star in college football, known for his athleticism, explosive plays, and perseverance on the field. Born on June 16, 2000 in Thibodaux, Louisiana, Lacy began his career with the Louisiana Reagan Cajuns before transferring to play wide receiver for the LSU Tigers. At 6 feet 2 inches, his size and speed made him a dangerous threat in the passing game, and he was widely regarded as one of the SEC's top offensive talents. In 2024, Lacy earned second-team All-CC honors and was projected to be a potential NFL draft pick. His discipline, leadership, and community involvement off the field made him a role model for young athletes across Louisiana. Tragically, Kairen Lacy passed away on April 13, 2025, at the age of 24 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, from an apparent suicide, following legal troubles related to a fatal car crash. His passing shocked the football community and reignited discussions around mental health support for athletes. Lacy will be remembered for his passion, promise, and the impact he made in a short but bright career. Kairen Groff. Kairen Groff was a brilliant student-athlete, engineer, and humanitarian whose life was marked by achievement and compassion. Born in 2000, Groff starred as a soccer player at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, where she excelled both on the field and in the classroom. She was named the 2022 NCAA Woman of the Year, an award recognizing outstanding female college athletes who excel in academics, athletics, leadership, and service. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Groff co-founded OpenPPE, an initiative that used 3D printing and engineering skills to create and distribute protective masks to frontline workers. Her work helped countless individuals during a time of global need and highlighted her commitment to using her talents for the greater good. Kairen Groff tragically passed away on April 13, 2025, in a plane crash in Copac, New York, along with members of her family. She was just 25 years old. Groff's loss has left a profound void in the academic, athletic, and humanitarian communities. Her legacy is one of brilliance, empathy, and limitless potential. Don Hasselbeck. Don Hasselbeck was a former NFL tight end, remembered for his strength, consistency, and contributions to some of football's most competitive teams during the late 1970s and 1980s. Born on April 1, 1955, in Cincinnati, Ohio, he played college football at Colorado and was drafted by the New England Patriots in 1977. He went on to play 9 seasons in the NFL, including with the Patriots, Minnesota Vikings, New York Giants, and the Los Angeles Raiders, with whom he won Super Bowl 18. Hasselbeck was known for his blocking ability, toughness, and leadership on and off the field. Beyond his career, Don was the proud father of 2 NFL quarterbacks, Matt and Tim Hasselbeck, and played an instrumental role in their development as athletes and men. His quiet strength and wisdom shaped not just his family, but generations of players who followed. Don Hasselbeck passed away on April 14, 2025, at the age of 70 in Nashville, Tennessee, following complications from heart failure. He is remembered as a warrior on the field and a patriarch off it, leaving behind a powerful legacy of football excellence and fatherhood. Mike Patrick. Mike Patrick was a legendary American sportscaster, cherished for his booming voice, passionate commentary, and decades-long career with ESPN. Born on September 6, 1944, in Clarksburg, West Virginia, Patrick began his broadcasting journey in the 1970s and became one of ESPN's most recognizable voices. He served as the play-by-play announcer for ESPN's college football coverage from 1987 to 2005, and also covered college basketball, NFL Sunday Night Football, and various other marquee events. His voice became synonymous with Saturday night games, capturing unforgettable moments with enthusiasm and elegance. Patrick retired in 2018, leaving behind a sterling reputation for accuracy, professionalism, and genuine love for sports. He influenced a generation of broadcasters and was often praised for his kindness behind the scenes. Mike Patrick passed away on April 20th, 2025, at the age of 80 in Leesburg, Virginia, after suffering from complications due to Parkinson's disease. He is remembered as a broadcasting legend whose voice defined an era of college football and who brought joy to millions of viewers across the country. Steve McMichael. Steve Mongo. McMichael was a ferocious NFL defensive tackle, a Super Bowl champion, a professional wrestler, and a beloved sports personality. Born on October 17, 1957, in Houston, Texas, McMichael starred at the University of Texas and was drafted by the New England Patriots, but found his home with the Chicago Bears. As part of the legendary 1985 Bears defense, McMichael helped lead the team to a Super Bowl XX victory and was a two-time Pro Bowl selection. Known for his toughness and tenacity, he became a fan favorite in Chicago. After retiring from football, McMichael joined WCW Wrestling, where he competed professionally and later worked as a commentator. His charisma and personality transcended sports, making him a staple of Chicago culture. Steve McMichael passed away on April 23, 2025, at the age of 67 at his home in Chicago, after a courageous battle with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. His public fight brought national attention to the illness. McMichael is remembered not only for his dominance on the field, but for his heart, humor, and fierce determination in life. Walt Jocky. Walt Jocky was a revered Major League Baseball executive, best known for his strategic brilliance and success as general manager of the St. Louis Cardinals. Born on February 19, 1951, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Jocky joined the Cardinals in 1994 and became the architect behind their 2006 World Series championship. He was recognized for his sharp eye for talent and ability to build balanced, competitive teams. After his tenure with St. Louis, he became the president of baseball operations for the Cincinnati Reds, where he oversaw the team's return to the postseason in the early 2000s. Jocky's leadership earned him Executive of the Year honors multiple times. He was instrumental in key trades and signings that built championship-caliber rosters, and his legacy lives on in the many front offices he influenced. Walt Jocky passed away on April 25, 2025, at the age of 74 in Cincinnati, Ohio, following a brief illness. His passing marks the loss of one of baseball's most respected executives. His sharp mind and steady hands shaped the modern era of team management in the MLB. Dick Barnett. Dick Barnett was a trailblazing NBA guard forward, educator, and social advocate whose impact extended far beyond the basketball court. Born on October 2, 1936, in Gary, Indiana, Barnett starred at Tennessee State University, where he led his team to 3 consecutive NAIA championships. In the NBA, he played for the Los Angeles Lakers, Syracuse Nationals, and most memorably, the New York Knicks, where he won 2 NBA titles, 1970-1973. Known for his iconic fallback baby jump shot and cool demeanor, he was a clutch performer and fan favorite during New York's golden era. After his basketball career, Barnett earned a PhD in education and became a fierce advocate for academic excellence among athletes. His commitment to social justice, youth mentorship, and education reform made him a respected voice in both sports and academia. Dick Barnett passed away on April 27, 2025, at the age of 88 in New York City from natural causes. He leaves behind a legacy that blends athletic excellence, academic achievement, and a lifetime of service. Jim Dent. Jim Dent was a gifted sports writer and author, best known for his best-selling book, The Junction Boys, which chronicled legendary coach Bear Bryant's brutal training camp at Texas A&M. Born in 1949, Dent's journalism career began with newspaper work in Texas, eventually leading to national acclaim as an author. His storytelling often focused on football's human side, diving into the grit, pain, and redemption behind the sport. Dent authored several acclaimed titles, including 12 Mighty Orphans and Resurrection, combining narrative depth with historical accuracy. Despite professional success, Dent's life was marred by legal troubles related to multiple DUI convictions, which led to prison time. Nevertheless, his influence on sports literature remains undeniable, and his work continues to be referenced in discussions about football's cultural impact. Jim Dent passed away on May 2, 2025, at the age of 76 in Dallas, Texas, due to complications from liver failure. He is remembered as a complicated figure with a remarkable talent for storytelling and a deep, if troubled, love for the game of football.